Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. Today we're going to talk about some flashlights, and what I have here is just an old Maglite. This is an old 2-cell Maglite. Took 2 D-cell batteries, and there's a lot of lights nowadays that really kind of make these obsolete. I mean, this is a little, 2-cell AA light. Puts out more light than this big old Maglite, and I can carry this in my pocket. So it's pretty crazy what some of the LEDs have done recently. But you don't always need a tiny little light like this, and sometimes you don't even want a small little light like this. And so the light we're going to look at today is not all that small. It's not small at all. This is the Fenix TK-60, and so what this light has done is it's really kind of combined the modern, really high-performance LEDs with the more, a little more old-school D-cell battery concept. So this light will actually hold either 3 or 4 D-cell batteries. There's a little extension here that gives you the option to go either 3 or 4. And it puts out 800 lumens, so it's really putting out a ton of light. Not to mention it actually has very respectable run times, even up at 800 lumens. So this TK-60 is a pretty cool light, and there's actually several situations where this a little bit larger light would actually be very nice. In home defense, maybe even leaving this in your vehicle. This would be a nice defensive tool because, first off, puts out a ton of light. 800 lumens, I mean, believe me, that's a wall of light. It's like a cannon. I mean, that will blind anybody. I've had this thing shined at me, and it blinds you. So it puts out a ton of light. It's a great defensive tool. At night, you can really just light up a whole area. It has lots of throw and lots of spill, so it really just lights up the whole area. And I will actually take this out a little bit later in the video and show you it outdoors at night. So it puts out a ton of light. That's a great defensive tool. And if you had to, and somebody got close, they were trying to hurt you, this large light with those 4 D cells makes a pretty decent impact weapon. I mean, you could smack somebody upside the head with this, and it'd definitely leave a mark. So, for both of those reasons, I really think this is a great defensive tool. It could also, I can tell you from experience, it's a lot of fun just to take camping. Now, like car camping, but you go car camping with a group of friends, with a youth group, whatever. You pull this thing out, and in the middle of the night, when everyone's, pulling out their flashlights, you pull this thing out and start, just blasting it around. People are like, holy cow, what do you got there, dude? So it's a very fun light just to mess with. Now, as we look at the body a little bit more, let's just start up here on the head. You'll notice you have a smooth reflector there. That's partly what gives you your throw. And as we come back here, you have some nice kind of baffles, I guess you'd call them, right here, just to help dissipate heat. These modern LEDs do put off quite a bit of heat. Now here's your 2 actuation buttons right here. So you have your power button and your mode button. So the way you're going to actuate this light, first off, turn it on, obviously with the power button, and then you can cycle through your modes. So first off, you're going to have your 10 lumen mode. So it's just a nice little utility, just looking around a tent or a camp or a room or whatever. 10 lumens is plenty. And you're going to be able to run that 10 lumens for 400 hours. So you get quite a lot of runtime out of that. Hit your mode button again. And you go to 111 lumens. So that's a pretty decent output. That's, very similar to a lot of like little everyday carry lights that a lot of people carry. You're going to get that 111 lumens for 40 hours. So almost 2 days. I mean, that's a lot of runtime out of 110 lumens or 111 lumens. Hit it again, 350 lumens. And you can run that 350 lumens for 12 hours. So that's a lot of light, 350 lumens. Hit it again, you're going to get your max output. That's 800 lumens. You're going to be able to run that for about 4 hours and 15 minutes-ish. So 4 hours and 15 minutes at 800 lumens is a lot of output. So that's one thing I really like about those D cells is they give you a lot of runtime with these really high output lights. It's really nice. Now you do have 2 special modes on here. So let's say you set it up for defensive purposes. So you're up at 800 lumens. If you want to go to your special modes which are Strobe and Sos, what you're going to do is you're going to double tap the power button. So just turn it off and turn it on real quick. Now you're in your strobe mode. So you're in strobe mode. It is a pulsing strobe. I don't know if the camera is picking that up. The pulsing strobe is actually really nice. If you're shining it at somebody, they can't really kind of like, you know, get used to it because it keeps adjusting and pulsing at a different rate. So pulsing strobe is really disorienting. Hit your mode button right now, and you're going to go to your SOS. Hit mode button again, and you're at strobe. So you're just cycling through these two modes. So if you leave it in strobe, when you turn the light off, and you turn it back on, you're going to come back in high mode. Again, just double tap it, you're going to go into strobe. So that's really nice. You can just turn your light on, look around, you want to hit strobe, double tap it, and you're in your strobe mode. So 6 modes altogether, I believe. You got your different, you know, brightness settings and your strobe and your SOS. So very nice, lots of output. And I mean, this was daytime and that was really blinding us. Wait till I take it out at night. So coming up the body a little bit more, this is a aircraft grade aluminum body with a black anodizing on it, very durable. And as we look around the body here, they did put like almost like a checkering, not really checkering, but like a box pattern on there. Gives you a nice grip over the whole body of it. Now as we come back here, you can actually unscrew, and it was set up with 4 cells, and all those brightnesses and runtimes are with 4 cells in the light. But if you want to, you can actually take this section out of the light, unscrew your tail cap from it. So there's a section you can take out that basically just fits an extra battery. And you will notice, if you're worried about strength, there's actually a very large section of threads there. So it really goes very, I mean, it threads deeply into that body. So I don't think you're going to have too much of a strength issue. So you can take that section out and just run the light with 3 cells if you're looking for a little bit more compact package. And you still pretty much get your 800 lumens out of that, I believe. Even if it's not 800 lumens, it's still ridiculously bright. There you go. And gives you just a little bit smaller package. So I like that it gives you options. That's nice. As we move on to the back, again, this tail cap, you do have some nice, just ridges, I guess you'd call it. Helps you get a good grip on this tail cap to unscrew it. And it does have a flat base, so you could stand this up if you wanted to, and also has some spots there for a lanyard. Now this body that this light uses is actually rated to IPX8 standards, so this light is waterproof down to 2 meters. So it's a very durable body, it's waterproof, puts out a ton of light. Really, there's just not a lot to dislike about the light. Now in the box you also do get an extra O-ring in case one of these O-rings wears down. I believe you also get a lanyard. It's been a little while since I opened it up, but you get you know, your basic stuff in the box that to service the light and take care of the light. So overall, I really like it. I mean, it's not the lightest or smallest light, but there's definitely applications where it's really nice. So as far as pricing goes on here, you're looking right around probably $100 to $110 for this light. I checked Amazon today and it was $105 with free shipping. So honestly, I think that's a fair price. It's really well made. It has a nice LED in there, really puts out a lot of light, and you know, it utilizes just standard mainstream batteries you can pick up at the store and really just afford to use the light. So I think, you know, around $105 is well worth it. It's really put together very nicely. So let's go take it outside and put it to the test a little bit more. Hey guys, I'm out here at night and I got the Fenix TK-60, and so we're just going to shoot it out here and see what we can see. So first up, we have some hay bales at about 25 yards, and this is on low mode, and you can barely make it out. And again, you can see a little bit more in person than you can in the video. So we bump it up a notch, and now you can start to see the hay bales. I'm not sure if the camera will focus, it may struggle a little bit, but I can tell you I can very easily see the hay bales. I could easily identify somebody at 25 yards with this mid setting. As we bump it up another notch, this is our 350 lumens, and you can tell there's hay bales, very easy to see. A little bit of a spotlight type effect, but you still have some decent spill. So you can see those very easily. that front one's about 25 yards. Now, as we follow that back to that fence back there, that is about 40 yards. You can see that very easily. You could easily identify somebody. As we bump it up to 800 lumens, it really just lights up this whole field. Very nice. Those trees back there, way in the background, I don't know if you can see them. They're at about 200 yards, and I can see them. Now, could I like identify a person there? I mean, it's 200 yards, so it's a bit of a ways, but I can definitely see the trees. So, very powerful light. If you're, if you just want a good, powerful light to keep in your vehicle or wherever, it's a great option. Also, I suppose if you're a police officer, a firefighter, somebody who maybe be search and rescue, and you need a good, powerful light for searching for people in the night, this is a very nice candidate. Alright guys, so if you have any questions at all, feel free to leave that down below in the comments. I'd be happy to help you guys out. I'd appreciate it if you liked the video, if you just hit the little like button and subscribe. I have more videos coming. Everyone have a nice day, and thanks for watching.